everybody, Frank Vespi here for the Racing Biz, theracingbiz.com, and it's time for our Midlantic Racing Minute, and truthfully it might be a little bit more than a minute, but we're going to go around the region and grab some of the top stories that we saw this past racing weekend or week. So let's dive right in here and let's head out to Charlestown for story one. Story one is going to be the return of Runnin'toluvya. Runnin'toluvya, a fiber-son gelding trained by Tim Grahams for himself and his wife Judy. Best known for winning the 2019 Grade 2 Charlestown Classic, had been off 16 months prior to returning this past week in an allowance. Pretty salty group. This horse ran pretty well under jockey Christian Geraldo to be third. It's Candy Invasion on the outside with Gerald Almodovar up for John Casey, who gets the money. Second thing, also from CT, take a look at this comeback. Alpine Moon. Alpine Moon is a long way back and still lingering at the head of the lane, but once getting clear under apprentice jockey Allison Nunez, comes running, just steaming up the center of the track here to win by 3 lengths. 13 wins for the Russell Davis trainee in a pretty good career. Let's head to Laurel Park. That horse on the outside, the 7 horse, that's Whereshetoldmetogo. The Brittany Russell trainee made his first start outside a stakes company since 2019, and he sure enjoyed the class relief here, winning off by 3 lengths under jockey Heavy on Toledo. This guy now has 15 wins, over $835,000 in career earnings. Also at Laurel this past weekend, hey, the 2-year-olds came out. First baby races of the year. This is Alexis's Storm getting the money in the first of those for the fillies. Chuck Lawrence trains for Matt Shera, homebred for Shera. And this one is Put the Past Behind for trainer Brian Brooks. Both of the 2-year-old winners were ridden by apprentice Jaron Barbosa. Brian Brooks, by the way, a Dundalk, Maryland native, nephew of Gerald Brooks, the trainer. That's his second win, Brian Brooks, in his home state of Maryland. Also won a race at Timonium last year. And one other thing to point out, didn't grab the video for it, but a couple of stakes at Parx this past racing week. You had Cinnabunny taking the Unique Bella with Jorge Ruiz up for Cal Lynch. And you had For the Love of Bourbon slurping up a victory in the Paige McKenney. That one had Kendrick Carmouche in the irons for Mike Pino. That's going to do it here for us on the Midlantic Racing Minute. You can keep up with racing and breeding news all week long on the Racing Biz, theracingbiz.com. Have a great week, everybody. We'll catch you next time on the Midlantic Racing Minute.